Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Kerry and today I'm doing a collab with my lovely friend Heather. If you could check out her YouTube, she's doing exactly the same video as me. We thought it'd be fun to collab and say our favourite 10 palettes, well not even necessarily favourite, just if we could only keep 10 palettes out of our whole collections, what 10 palettes would they be? So I'll leave Heather's details in the description box below. If you could check her out, that'd be fab. This was really difficult, I'm not going to lie. I was looking through my collection and there are far too many palettes that I love. However, I've whittled it down to 10. It's going to be interesting because I feel like you can either go one of two ways with this. It's either towards the practical side of things and I need this colour, I need this colour, I need these colours, or going with your heart and sentimentality. I've gone for the latter. I didn't think about in-depth colour stories and oh I need to make sure I have this shade and that shade. I just literally picked the palettes that I would be really upset if they weren't in my collection anymore. So that is how I've done it. It's probably going to make no sense when you see all of the colour stories together, but isn't that the fun of it? Everyone chooses something different, and to be honest, what I pick right now might be very different from what I picked in a few months' time. So shall we get into it and have some Red Bull? Yes. So for the people that have checked out my palette collection video, which I will link down below, I have a lot of palettes. It's grown since I have made that video, even more. But one of my prized possessions, yes, I know, it's the Muerte, I want to pronounce it correctly, but you know, I absolutely love this palette. It is limited edition, which sucks. So if it went out of my collection, I'd never be able to get hold of it again unless I was willing to pay a lot of money. It's a shame Melt won't bring this back. It was the holiday collection. It's not going to come back. I mean, it'd be amazing if it did, but I'll show you it because it is absolutely stunning. The depth in here, the shades, the way that it blends, it's just pure perfection. So I've got my blues in here, I've got some reds, I've got some nice turquoisey colours, I've got a nice light shimmer. So I feel like this can make nice looks on its own, but with my other 9 palettes that I've selected with it, I feel like this is a good array of colour to keep in my collection if I was to only have 10. But of course, this is only half of the skull, and I did put, as one of my other palettes, Vida, which is just as stunning. So Vida is actually still available on Melt's website. The last time I checked, it was in the last chance to buy section, and I think they've got a sale on at the moment. I will try and link all of these palettes down below if they're available and they're not limited edition. So Vida, a lot brighter than its sister palette. Oranges, another red, some greens. I love a green eyeshadow. And it's got some neutrals in the middle also. So I feel like these two palettes definitely work together beautifully. I can see why they are together. I mean, it makes the skull. Come on, guys, come on. Yes, I'm a sucker for packaging. So I definitely had to include these two in my 10 palettes to keep. The next palette, not as expensive, possibly going to be limited edition. It's the Beauty Bay Wilderness palette. I love these palettes that Beauty Bay have been bringing out recently. I do have numerous videos on them. I think I've got a whole playlist dedicated to Beauty Bay eyeshadows, so if you want to check that out. I love them. The formula, the quality, I just think it's fantastic, especially for the price. A lot of these are limited edition though. This one currently is still for sale on Beauty Bay's website, and I don't know if it's going to hang around forever, but it is definitely my favourite colour story from this little collection of palettes that Beauty Bay have been bringing out. So as you can see, putty-like shimmers as usual. I've got lots of little indentations where I have stuck my fingers in. I absolutely love this colour story. I think you get a lot of variety. Yes, okay, I hear what you're saying. It's similar to the Muerte and a little bit to the Vida. I don't care, okay? I would be sad if this wasn't in my collection anymore, and it's one of my 10. So, oh, before I pick up the next one, by the way, my eyeshadow today, I use the BH Cosmetics Cherry on Top palette. First time I've tried it, absolutely love it. Pigmented, gorgeous, beautiful. I have all of them now, apart from the brown one. Not too keen on neutrals. Would kind of like it though to just add to my collection. So yeah, if you was wondering, that's what it is. The lashes are the Doll Beauty Brandy XL lashes, and the lip is Melt Ladylike Liquid Lipstick. Everything should be linked down below in the description box though, if you want to know anything that I am wearing. Next, we have a collaboration between Odin's Eye and Annette's Makeup Corner, and it's the Giant Wolves palette. It's fairly new out. I absolutely love this. The colour story is grunge, it's delicious, it's gorgeous. The packaging is to die for. Odin's Eye quality is impeccable. I mean, just look at that colour story. Like, each row, you could just create a look. Absolutely top-notch quality. I couldn't not include this because this is one of my favourite palettes, and if I didn't have it in my collection, I would be absolutely gutted. If you haven't tried Odin's Eye yet, check them out. I'm sure they have got a big Black Friday sale coming. So if you haven't tried them, keep your eyes peeled. There are a lot of discount codes out there, affiliated discount codes from YouTubers and things if you want to get some money off on top of that, hopefully. I would really, really recommend checking out Odin's Eye. Absolutely stunning, especially the shade at the bottom in this palette. It's like a, I don't know if it's a duochrome or a trichrome or a multichrome or a creme. And it's called Eternal, and I mean, the way I look at it, I can see all of the beautiful different colours in it, but I really don't think that you are going to, because it is so difficult to show on camera, but you just see how reflective and gorgeous that is. I wasn't going to swatch any of these palettes, but that shade gets me every time. I actually think that palette is going to be limited edition. I don't think it's going to be around forever. So far, we've got things that are already limited edition and gone, or are very possibly in the future going to be stopped. So that's great. Okay, next is controversial. Okay, don't judge me. I absolutely love this palette with my whole heart because of the packaging, the shades, the quality. Jeffree Star Cosmetics, the Alien palette. Again, limited edition. You can't buy this anymore. What is wrong with me and these limited editions? Seriously? I would be gutted if it wasn't in my collection, like I say, because I can't get it anymore. The packaging, I'm sorry, but I know a lot of people would hate this and think it's garish and awful, but for me, the more extravagant the packaging, the more I'm gonna love it. What else can I say? Okay, so in this one you have, I'm blinding you with the ring light, let's try and turn it, so there we go. In this one you have got, you know, your smokier shades towards the bottom, you've got a nice black, a grey, the shimmers are incredible in this, but my favourite ever shade in this is Flying Saucer. Flying Saucer is like the perfect matte. I absolutely love that shade, it is just stunning, so I had to pick this palette, I had to. Okay, next is a very, very new palette to my collection. And the reason that I'm picking it is because of the colour story. I've tried it once, I did do a video on it on my channel, and I just fell in love with it. The second I saw it in person, then started putting it on my eyeballs, I was like, yes, this is quality. I haven't tried all of the shades, but I'm that confident that it is one of my favourite palettes. It is in this 10. Ace Beaute Tropical Vibes. If you want to check out the video that I did for this, I will also link that down below. I absolutely love this palette. The shipping was crazy expensive. However, I'm so glad that I picked it up. It's out of stock at the moment. I imagine it will be coming back. If I could do my own palette with a colour story, it would be very, very similar to this one. I just think this one is absolutely gorgeous. The grungy tones, literally, I mean, I've swatched all of this palette in the video, in my testing video of this, and I was just blown away, to be honest. I have no more words. The formula was fantastic. I feel like it gives you variety to do grungy, yellowy, greeny, delicious jungle looks. Okay, something that is not limited edition. Also, that's not limited edition, the Tropical Vibes. That one's okay. The next one is also not limited edition, so didn't pick all limited edition. Beauty Bay Bright Matte. What more could you need matte wise if you wanted to do any look? It's just a plethora of colour. It's like a rainbow threw up in a palette. It's all matte, so I will be getting my shimmers from the other palettes. However, the one that's not all matte that's like this, I've heard that the quality of the shimmers are not fantastic in that palette. So me and all my makeup friends that I know all bought the Bright Matte palette. I absolutely love this for doing bright colourful looks, which I love to do. Dramatic, colourful makeup, that is what I am all about. As you can see, lights, darks, it just goes variety. So I couldn't not include this because what more could you need? Next we have another limited edition. You can't get hold of this anymore, and I can't help but put this in one of the 10 slots. So it is Kaleidos Club Nebula with Angelica Nyqvist. I love watching Angelica. I think she's fantastic. I love the packaging of this. I love Kaleidos. Love, love, love. There's nothing not to love. Just the shades in this, absolutely stunning. Can I dupe this in other palettes? Maybe slightly, maybe not exactly the same, but I would be absolutely gutted if this wasn't in my collection. If you've got it, you'll know what I mean. I remember swatching this the day that I got it. I think I got it for my birthday, and the shimmers, gobsmacked, absolutely gobsmacked. Love this palette to death. It has to be one of the 10. I had to pick another big rainbow palette because I like rainbow palettes. I like bright, colourful makeup. So, the Carnival 3 Love Tahiti Be Perfect Cosmetics with Stacey Marie. It has to be done. Out of all the Carnival palettes, this is my absolute favourite. This is the one I would hold on to out of all of them because just look at it. I know I have the bright matte, however, the tones in this are different and you get shimmers in this. And like everybody loves the Blue Moon shade here, the Starlight shade, which is, I was nearly going to point with my nose then. Don't point with your nose, Kerry, crying out loud. This one here, I love this palette. As you can see, it is well loved. I haven't hit pan. I don't want to hit pan. That is not my plan. I don't like to hit pan on things. I like to keep them looking nice and beautiful forever. But this palette is definitely, and has been for a long time, one of my absolute favourites. Okay, so last spot. This wasn't in any particular order, by the way. It wasn't like, oh, the first one was the best one at all. This is just random. So the last one, this was a lot of money. Can you tell what it is yet? I couldn't not include this because it is the only palette I have from this brand because I don't like parting with that much money for an eyeshadow palette at all. This was actually a present from my husband. It's the Natasha Denona Circo Loco palette. Natasha's formula seems to be lovely. It's not my absolute favourite. Out of all the palettes that she has released, this is the one that called to me the most because of the bright colour story, obviously. Some of the others are a bit too neutral for me, so if I was going to get any of them, it was going to be this one. So my husband saw me eyeing it up online, decided to buy it because he's crazy. Thank you very much, Daniel, love you lots. And yeah, ring light, there we go. Absolutely stunning colour story, beautiful. Like I say, not my absolute favourite formula, not sure why. I don't know if I can get the hang of this cream to matte, however, it is my most expensive palette in my collection. It is sort of a jewel in my collection. I do feel a bit bougie that I own it, to be honest. And I love the colour story. Absolutely gorgeous. I have created some nice looks with this and I plan to create some more. Get more used to the formula. If you've got any tips about using Natasha Denona's eyeshadows, please leave them in the comments down below because I would like to get better at using them and fall in love with this palette even more. There you go, guys. That was my 10 palettes. If I had to only keep 10 in my entire collection and get rid of the rest, which, wow, can you imagine? What do you think to my choices? I know some of them are a bit controversial. They're not what everybody would pick. And I quite like that because we're all different. We can't all be the same. Yeah, I definitely went with my heart rather than my head. I didn't sit and plan and think, right, I need one rainbow palette. I need one deep palette. I need this. Didn't do that at all. I just picked the ones that I'd be absolutely gutted if they had to go out of my collection. So that is how I've done it. I don't know how Heather's going to do it. I don't know whether she's going to be a lot more methodical and think, right, I need this shade from this palette, I need these sort of tones. I think she probably will be a bit more like that than I have been, to be honest. But I'm going to try and guess a few palettes that she might have in her 10. And then if you want to check out her video and see if I'm right, I think she will definitely include the Bright Matte palette as well. How can you not include that palette? I mean, it's got everything you need, like I said. That's the reason I picked it. So I think she's definitely going to pick the Bright Matte palette. I don't know whether she's going to include the Book of Magic from Beauty Bay because she does like her blue shimmers. And I was also thinking that does she have the BH Cosmetics Sweet Shop, the blue palette? Yeah. I don't know whether she's got that, and if she has, if she'd pick it. But yeah, I'm just throwing some ideas around. What else does she like? Also, I don't know if she's going to pick Age of Opulence because she does really like her deep shades and it's got blues and purples and she does really love her blues, like I say. So yeah, that also could be a possibility. Those are my guesses. I have no idea if I'm going to be right. I'm hoping I am. I'm hoping that I'm spot on with every single guess. That would be amazing. And it's going to be interesting to see what Heather thinks will be included in my 10. Me and Heather are definitely not the first to start this little trend. We've definitely seen a lot of other people do this trend on YouTube, and we just thought we'd jump on the bandwagon and join in and have some fun with it. In an imaginary world where all the rest of our palettes would be destroyed or taken away. Wow, that's actually awful, isn't it? I have got a lot more makeup content coming your way, so if you're into bright colourful makeup, dramatic makeup, just eyeshadow in general, makeup, then why not subscribe, because that is the content you'll be getting on my channel. And please go and check Heather's video out, because I'm super excited to see what she's going to pick. I love videos like this, and if you could like and leave a comment down below, that would be fantastic. And hopefully guys, I'll see you in the next one. Bye!